fun.
Let's do it.
Okay. Hey people, this is Ashley with Music After Dark HTX. New location tonight, which I love. That's really the fun of this podcast, right? Is that I can do it anywhere and not have to be stuck in one place.
Remote.
Yes, it's great. So we are going to go ahead and I'm going to let you introduce yourself and who you are with in case people don't know.
If you don't know, I'm Shaun West of AV8.
AV8.
Oh yeah, that's us.
And who's missing tonight? Because we are missing people.
Well, we're going through a little bit of a lineup change. So just to clear the air, I have from conception, I am AV8. It's a trademark name that I came up with in 2019. All the music I wrote with my hand to make sure that it meant something. And many players are coming through, but sometimes creative differences, personal differences, financial obligations, all these things, and much love to everyone who's ever blessed the stage with me. But I'm in a rebuilding. I have Steve Sharfer right now with me, my bass player. We have hired gun guitarist and drummer, said drummer, you know who you are. But yeah, we'll announce that if it becomes cohesive.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that happens, right?
Yeah.
It happens with bands.
It's
People
always
come
gonna happen.
and places change, right? That's what I asked Garbage Girlfriend. I'm like, what are you guys going to do when you start going to college? Right? Because they're so young. I'm like, you're going to have to, I guess, replace people and figure it out.
Well, and people, it doesn't have to be a breakup.
Right.
Everyone always, they put their feelings in it and feel like, well, what happened to you? Oh, did the other guys, y'all not get along? Well, if it's creative differences. If one guy, like, I'm a maniac. I was on a plane 45 times last year.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, you can't keep up. That's cool. I can't be mad at you. But I'm also not going to say, we're just going to play the same bars in Houston. No.
Well, see, because that's a question that I ask a lot on this podcast is A, okay, how do we get musicians out of Houston? And B, can you realistically do it? Because a lot of people have day jobs and wives and girlfriends.
Yeah.
And some people don't want to do all that.
Yeah. And you have to respect them when they don't want to, but you also have to grab the bull by the horns and let people know if they're wasting your time or if you're wasting their time. Now, a lot of times people tiptoe and dance around something that's easy. Like, hey, bro, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but are you in or are you out?
Right.
That's it. You don't have to give me the dialogue of what happened or, oh, I got to do this, I'm married and all this, I got kids. None of that. That means nothing. Either you're in or you're out. And if you're out, bye-bye. But,
and it's okay to be honest, right? It's better to be honest
at
the beginning than
to wait
yeah.
until it's something. Something I will say, I can't say any names, but 2 months ago, we spoke with a management company and we're about to sign a management deal. And something in me was like, let's wait till the top of the year. And I'm glad I did because people started fizzling it out. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's like that. But what you can't do, it must be something to them or you. I don't
either
know.
One, whatever,
I feel weird. I'm just like, hey guys.
Whatever you're more comfortable with.
But I feel like sometimes musicians, and I won't say any names, once again, I won't say any genres. Some people either gas out, get married, or date people and say, oh, I try to be a musician. Oh, I already put my skin in the game and I'm burnt out. Start playing other people's music because it's easier to make cash that way instead of believing in what they believe in.
That's what I've heard, actually. It's
and
quicker to make money in a cover band than it is like an original artist.
It is, and nothing against those guys, much love. It's just, but, and I'll probably catch some heat for this, but bro, I'm 40, we're good. I've been around this country, dude. No one's gonna stand at someone's funeral and say, hey, they played the best Zeppelin cover ever. Never. So, while equally doing those covers, it would be cool to keep your original dream alive at whatever capacity is so they can taste your thoughts when you die. But a lot of people just run for the dollar on the fishing line, and that's why you can't build a legacy off of that.
Where did the name come from?
Which one?
AV8?
Mm-hmm.
Where did it come from?
So, when I was 12, I flew a plane with a pilot. Okay. We got to a certain altitude, I got to take over, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I did it again when I was 17. But it's a dual meaning. it's that, and I used to deal with seasonal depression. And I would literally wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, "Bro, take flight. AV8, get up, get up, get up." And then jump in the car on the way to work or wherever and listen to comedy just to break the tension before I had to interact with the world. And that's where it came from.
Did you always know you wanted to be a musician? Like
Yeah.
when you were a little kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mother will attest to me grabbing a broom and freaking doing concerts. You know, my signature is the wireless mic flip. I've been doing it for 20 plus years, but the broom handle was too long to do it, but I adapted that. The one broomstick had broke, the metal one, and it was just the bottom, so I unscrewed it, it was like that long, and I was doing this thing when I was a kid, and I would flip it, and I'm like, oh yeah, and that's where we are.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Was your family, was your people supportive of
Yeah,
your...
very, very. My mom, she doesn't dig rock and roll, it's so loud.
Yeah.
I think the last show she came to was in 2012 at Bayou Revention Center now, down in Houston, with Saliva and Rev Theory. We played with them that long ago. My aunt, she rests her soul. She passed away, but I got them set up in VIP on the back wall where they didn't have to stand. And I smashed the guitar that night. And in true mom fashion, she says, "Baby, this is like 2,000 people in it. That was a good show. Why'd you smash the guitar? How much did it cost?" And I'm like, "Listen,
yeah,
ma'am,
that's such a mom thing.
I'm grown. So yeah, but it's a beautiful thing. It's God, I don't know. I got so many words tonight. Time to air some stuff out.
That's okay. Seriously.
Some stuff out. First off, I want to. No, I'm playing.
I was like, here we go.
Oh, shit.
Breaking news.
Where's
Let's
the
go.
tea?
We're about to do it.
Yeah.
How long have you been? Okay, so how long has AV8 been a thing?
Conception.
Even with the revolving members.
2019.
Okay. So pre-COVID. You guys started pre-COVID.
Yeah. I started with the lineup. What was so cool about it was the first lineup. Shout out to the guys when I first started the band. The first single that we had was called "Dead Inside."
Okay.
Have you heard that song?
I have heard that song.
Okay, so what was so cool about that is we put that song out, we played a couple shows. Next thing you know, 94.5 The Buzz was playing "Dead Inside." And it's like, well, what do we do now? The first single was already on the radio. That's kind of cool. And it was short-lived. In my heart, it was, at that time, the greatest song I've ever written. Because it was just like that classic early 2000s, late 90s, punch you in the face, rap rock. And I smashed on the lyrics. Presentation was great. It got to about 4,000 views, and it just kind of died because of me. Because I'm not the guy who just sits around a fire and like, oh, poke it with a stick. I'm like, pour some lighter fluid, let's build another one, whatever. So we put out Bent and Broken, Lovesick Radio, Farewell, which did pretty well, and now Wreckage, an acoustic single.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the new single. So.
How do you, because you have gone on tour, you have gotten out of Texas. How does that happen? Like, is it networking? Is it just making friends with the right people? Is it going through promoters and those kinds of things? All of the above?
Yeah, I'll catch some heat for this one. But promoters are decent. They can be decent. Stay away from them. You don't need them.
I did not know that was a real job.
Oh, yeah,
I
you don't need
interviewed
them.
Apex Fallen, and like, it totally blew my mind.
Oh, yeah, you don't need them. Watch this.
That you can't even
I want an interview too, right?
You cannot even maybe get
He
booked.
said he's clean. He's not clean. But
that you can't get booked some places without going through
yeah,
a promoter.
well, they gatekeep. And promoters, I got a lot of love for a lot of the guys who are in the industry and the ladies who are doing it. It's nothing against them. It's the sleazeballs that gatekeep the information and prey on the talent.
Okay.
So they're gatekeeping to play that venue. They don't play any instruments. They don't know how to write a song. They couldn't carry a tune in the bucket. But yet some people are dragging $5,000 worth of material in here to get paid nothing. They made money that night. And the artist gets nothing. Oh, but I got to play in front of a national. Who cares? Who cares? We've toured and played with so many big name bands, but off of those, I still text or email these guys. but I'm that personality. I don't care. Who can I talk some stuff? Dryden, Alien Ant Form, we love you guys. They're badass. They're awesome, humble guys. So when I saw him, 2014, we played Beer Fest with Alien Ant Form and Slightly Stupid, Rick Ross, Juicy J. It was his big thing. Wow. This was my band Amongst the Living, which we just buried my drummer from that band. I hadn't seen them in a decade. They had the bus wreck and all that, and now they're back out. We just played a scout with them at the end of last year. And I told my guys, hey, they're famous, they're awesome. You thought you were gonna come up in Houston, Texas, in the home that I've been stumping in, I was born in, and kick my ass? Not up in here. No. You got more hits than we do, and I can respect that. But I don't care how big you are, how famous you are. When it comes to live entertainment, I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yeah. Okay.
Straight up.
Do you think not enough bands put on like a show per se, and that's why there's really good lineups and maybe like 20 people, and because it should be a show, right?
Yeah.
Like venues are closing. How do we get people to go to shows and stay at shows? It should be entertaining, right?
Well, make a show, and that the choreographing a show is the most important thing. But a lot of guys don't think about that. And some of these young women, they don't think about it. They're like, I'm gonna play my songs. We're gonna play 30 minutes. That's cool. So the way that I write, I'm weird. I will tell you I'm weird. My wife knows I'm weird, like in a good way weird. I'm a stickler for detail. Everything I've ever done in my life, in my adult life, I've tried to be a stickler for detail. Like on the way here, I was like, okay, what if they don't have tissue because I got a little runny nose? So let me make sure I got some in the car, bring my backpack in, let me get water, got some spray, got this and that, let me do this. But when you're playing a show, you're not playing your songs. So my guys within the band chat, any artist I'm working with, I give them 100% creative control with AV8. Even though it's my trademark, it's my band. But I want you to put your spin on it. Okay. I'm not gonna say play these notes just like this. Why? You're you. But I'm gonna send you the live version of the song, and that's the one I need you to know for the show.
Okay.
And that means I'm gonna play an intro when we come out on the second song. That's 32 seconds that fades into the first chord of the first song, and that's how you build the show. 5 songs into the set or 4 songs into the set. Guitarist and bassist would say, stage left, go stage right, so on and so forth. You create a show. The mic flips. So like sometimes, even when I was jamming with Billy, sometimes we end the show, people don't even notice, but when I throw my wireless mic up, as soon as it hits, he hits right with me. It's synchronized. Cool. Yeah, it's making the show,
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. Why do you think venues are closing? Do you still think it's fallout from COVID?
No, not at all.
No.
In my opinion, it's the lack of desire, unless you're famous. If you're not famous, why are we going to drag to spend money to go see you when we have at our fingertips every concert that is, not every, but most of the concerts that have ever been recorded on YouTube, people can watch their famous people. So I got friends that I've known for 20 plus years that don't even come and see shows, and they're always messaging me like, oh, I'm so proud of you, happy. And I want to say, well, the freaking come to a show. But then again, that's not the cross to bear. You don't want to solely depend on your friends to be your fans. You're gonna fail.
Because sometimes strangers support you more than people
why?
in your inner circle. So.
Well, the reason why, hold up, here comes. Wow. The reason why is because after your friends see you perform that set, it's done, right? Mm-hmm. My wife, when we put a song out and people are like, oh, AV's got a new song, my wife's like, because she's watched me write this thing acoustically on the couch 3 months earlier, and then jump in the studio and record it and let her listen to it on the way to work every day. So by the time it gets out to everyone else, it's old.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, I freaking hate Farewell. I hate Farewell.
Like,
and they're like, oh my God, it's so dope.
I'm so over it.
Yeah, but it just gets old. But friends as fans is the worst thing ever. I mean, you want your friends to support you. Like we played the show at 19th Hole a week ago, pretty packed. That's a small place, but it's pretty packed.
It is.
But it was a lot of old faces, and some people I haven't seen in a couple years. But new fans, new fans. Arkansas, we're playing there January 19th, and it's gonna be a good show.
Merch. Should bands have it?
Yes, yes, they should have it.
Some people think it's not a big deal, so there's no right or wrong answer. I think you should have it, but because that's really how you guys would make money, right? If you're not touring and you're not getting out of Houston or Texas, isn't that really how you guys?
How are you gonna make money? Well, and even with merch, and I want to tell a lot of bands this because I did it so wrong for so long, and I'm trying to do it better. Everything that we wear, in-house. When you in-house all your merch, you have nowhere to go but up. I mean, I think I dropped 60 koozies with different AV8 logos at all the bars around in the area. Free. I didn't charge anyone. I don't care about making any money on koozies. I saw 10 different people were like, hey, how you doing? I think I met you. Oh yeah, you told me to take that koozie off and put the AV8 one on, so I looked up AV8 band and we're here.
That's cool.
That's how it goes. You know, you market the small stuff. But yeah, sell your stuff and be your brand. I love
Okay,
it.
that's my other question because I ask it sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you wear your own merch? Like it shows and stuff because
I got AV8.
some people are so like, no, like, and some people are like, if I won't wear it, others so.
They're concerned about what people would think about them. You got to support your own brand. I listen, ma'am. I had an AV8 Facebook page in 2018 that was up for an entire year with 2 followers and then 7. I got almost 7,000 followers right now. So, but you have to, in order to make it something real, you have to plant the seed and actually watch it grow. So
It takes time, right? Too. I think some people maybe are, because I usually ask, does social media help or hurt? I think we see these influencers and stuff and think it's like instant, like it happened like in 24 hours, right? They just put something there and now they're making all this money off of social media. But it takes a long time sometimes to like build your brand and have those people, right? It's not an instant thing.
Not at all. Well, and honestly, and I'll catch some heat for this. I like saying that.
It's like a warning. It's a nice little warning.
I just got a message from my people in Arkansas because we're playing down there January 19th in Fayetteville. And she was talking about PR. I guess the newspaper was going to do an interview and stuff. So I'm just like, I'm going to catch some heat. I always say that because I'm not going to go into politics ever. I'm not talking about, whatever people's sexual preferences. I love everybody. But when it comes to music, you will not put tape over my mouth because I'm tired of seeing it, Honestly, Spotify and all these, they're good for the listener. They suck for the artist. They suck.
Well, because I'm not a musician, obviously. So that's my question. Like, realistically, do you guys make money off, like, how many views would you have to have or listens or something for it? Is it crazy amounts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Content creation, and I'm going to get personal real quick. My wife, she'll have to hear this later when it airs. I think I only made like $275 on Facebook last month. I mean, it's decent, right? I didn't do anything. I shared stupid pictures of this face. You know what I mean? In a couple of songs, so it's not like I really did anything. But it's like, but I got 4,000 something friends or whatever, however they say it. And I guess keeping them engaged and all the likes and them going on it keeps people on the platform. So they're making money off of every artist and everyone on there. And I made a couple $100. It sucks. But if you're smart, you build the brand, and then you sell merch, and then you find ways to slide into independent films. Like, I can't talk too much, but I got a friend. He's a cool guy. You know who you are. But he's got this deal. He's put 2 movies on Tubi and Hulu, and I don't rap anymore. So they're like more gangster films, right? So he's like, bro, it'd be so cool if you come out of retirement and,
that would be exciting.
so that way we can use one. And I'm like, ooh, what is my subject matter? I got a hot wife. I got a beautiful house. Mother's beautiful. My life's great. What am I going to talk about? Walk into the kitchen, kiss my wife on the shoulder. Then I went to Colorado. Yeah, Boulder. Yeah, like
Is that why you stopped rapping?
Yeah,
Because...
well, subject matter sucks now.
Yeah.
Life's too good. Second, I pack a pistol every day of my life. I'm a Texan, but I pray I don't have to ever hurt anyone. So I don't promote violence. What am I going to talk about? I'm not in the streets anymore. I don't sell anything illegal. What am I going to talk about? Can we talk about the bitches in the holes? I got a gorgeous wife. What are we talking about? So I'm never going to get to where.
So you're not going to be fake, right?
No way.
Because I would think that maybe a lot of people that rap about those things probably haven't actually lived some of those things.
Can we cuss over here?
Yeah.
Do dumb shit, win stupid prizes though. Because a lot of those young guys are checking out pretty early. I've had a pistol in my waistband since I could walk. Yeah. You know, there were cap guns back then. You know, but I've never pulled it on anyone, and I never want to hurt anyone. But I look at the world. I was telling Hefe earlier. I walked out. You didn't hear this, did you? Mm-hmm. Oh my God! I'm in the spring earlier, about 1 o'clock. I walk out of Walmart. And it was like a split second. I looked over to the left and saw this guy's hat. It's like this gray hat with like this blue design. I was like, that's pretty cool. As soon as I look forward about maybe where that wall is, this guy was running at this woman and he was pulling her. And my first reaction is I grabbed it and I looked, and all of a sudden another guy walked and the car backed up. He pushed her. I looked straight at the license plate. I got that. He jumped in and they took off. But he stole her car keys. He tried to take her purse. But that one quick reaction, if you don't keep this strong, even though I would have been innocent and I could pay for attorney, I wouldn't be right here right now. I'd be being questioned. Or did you know him? Or you were in the gang?
And it'd be a whole thing.
Yeah. You have any narcotics in the car? You know, all that shit. So, yeah, life is weird. It's very precious. But don't let a 1 minute decision dictate the rest of your life. You gotta stop. Like me and my wife, you know, I get personal all the time because we have a great marriage. Like I don't have to fabricate it on Facebook. You can tell it's good. It's good. But
how does that work with you traveling so much and stuff? Obviously, she must be.
She loves it.
Okay.
She loves it. She sickens me. I love you. She sickens me. In a good way. Well, basically, we both determined my travel is a blessing. I've been single most of my life because I've always traveled. And I dated some girls, things like that. But I do enjoy my privacy, quiet, solitude. So to balance and be on the road and then come home, it makes us excited because we haven't seen each other in 5 days or a week. It's great. And then it's just like the greatest 2 months, and then I have to go out for a little while, and it's great. So yeah, it's a good balance. It's a good balance. You have to have it.
That's cool. Very supportive, yeah.
Oh yeah, she loves it.
Yeah, I love that.
Heck yeah.
That's so
cool. Oh my goodness.
Does she ever get to go with you or no?
Actually, we're playing in Arkansas and Oklahoma. She's coming on the road with me at the end of January. I can't wait.
That's gonna be so fun.
My 41st birthday, I'll be in Arkansas with my bride.
Hey, that's cool.
That's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
That's awesome. And you guys fly? Is that going to be a thing one day? Do you think you're going to...
What is that?
Is it better to fly to all these places than it is to maybe have like an RV and drive it?
Oh, no. So this is only short run, two little quick shows. So we might drive it or fly it. I want to fly it because I got to go to Florida on the 21st. So if I get back on the 20th, on my birthday, the next morning I got to go to Hialeah, Florida. So it is what it is. She's got to go back to work. Yeah.
Do you have kids?
We do not. We do not. Oh, look at, hey, Raph, Dev Electric, this Raph Rivera, okay, Raph Ransom. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Raph, let me call you right back. I'm doing a podcast, but for some reason I have your.
Say hi.
Yeah, hold on real quick. All right, go ahead.
Say hi. You're on Music After Dark HTX.
Bro, I've known you too long. I have your name saved as Raph Dev Electric. Wow, bro. Yeah, I'm like, dang, your band when we were all in strollers and shit. Heck yeah. Hey, I'll call you on the way out, brother. Okay, I bro, peace. So yeah, that's cool. Well, I just blew it. Yeah, so he's gonna be joining us.
Is that what it was? I can totally cut this out
Huh?
if you don't want.
Oh
it.
no, you're good. By the
Okay.
time it airs, the show's next week. We're good.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be popping in. He just flew in from Memphis. They just played with Saliva, and he's with Blacklist Union. But I reached out to him too. That's what it's all about. Hard guns. I'll give you a fun fact. Fact check me if you want to, public. So we played with a band called Filter some years back. Hey man, nice shot. Yada. So one thing, congratulations on Richard Patrick to your for your sobriety. He's been sober for a while now.
That's awesome.
But he was a hired gun for Nine Inch Nails, Trent Reznor, and he played with them. And this is how we got Filter out of all this. He said that he had put this cool riff together and wrote this song, and he was like, "Oh, hey Trent, hey, I caught this cool." It's kind of like my Lazy Bones situation. What do you think? He's like, "Yeah, just play the song as I told you to play," and walked off on it. And he was like, "You know what? Filter." He started his own band. He was making $100 a night.
That's crazy.
It went up to 300, I think. But yeah, that's from the horse's mouth. I got some stories.
Is there any place that you haven't played? Like, what's your dream venue to play?
You know what? I don't know.
Because you've been so many.
Yeah,
places.
that's what I'm trying to think. Like, honestly, we got a chance to play Minute Maid Park outside, 5,000 people on a Saturday. That was kind of cool, right before Astros game. I played at BBVA Compass Stadium before a Dynamo game. That was cool. I don't know.
Have you played at White Oak? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
well. Okay.
Is it hard to get into White Oak?
Edit
I'm
this.
curious.
Edit it out later. Okay. Yeah. I feel bad. White Oak. On behalf of myself and AV8, sorry, bro. Yeah, I've canceled 2 gigs on them. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it's good. No, but this was so many years ago. But I'm a true professional. I don't ever cancel. And I'll get into something in just a little bit because something happened at BFE last year completely out of my hands. And I would not be held to the fire. I stepped back and said, you know what? Everybody wants to not play, then y'all tell them. I ain't telling them shit. I'm ready to go. Let's go play acoustic. If we don't have a bassist, let's go play acoustic. Nobody wanted to.
Okay.
So these are the things. I'm airing out some dirty laundry. Fight me. I got hands. We're good. Anyways, yeah, it's just a weird thing. It's I don't know. Why don't they booked it at first? I met their requirement on tickets, and this was the old booking of whoever did it. So like sell this many tickets. I'm like, it's solo acoustic. Okay, cool. I hit the mark like within a week. I'm kind of cool. I'm a little popular. But then they sent me an email with the updated split where I got less money.
Even though you've been, is that a thing when you do shows?
That's the
Like,
thing.
is that everywhere? You have to sell a certain amount of tickets when you have shows?
Listen, actually, there's nothing worse than having a freaking ticket for $25, selling 40 or 50 or 60 of them, and they want to give you $3 per ticket. So you made $21 off each ticket because your broke ass could not pay for your fucking entertainment. That's what it boils down to is. That's why I say promoters, not all. I love Thomas because he does right, but he's a musician, so he understands.
He knows what it's like.
He understands. There's a lot of other good guys out there, but the thing about it is a lot of these venues, they can't afford the entertainment that they are booking. So they use the backs of the local entertainment to sell their tickets to pack out the room. So they can take that money and give it to said famous musician who has a guarantee. So the little guy gets stepped on, but he's happy because he won't get to play with Travis.
Right, because they're just happy just to be in a show.
Yeah, especially with big names, bigger crowds, and that's cool. So if they had their shit together, they would have enough merchandise So like we dropped the ball. That's why I went in house on all these hoodies, everything. Like we just did a show. I sold every piece except for one damn hat. I sold the shit on the display.
Your display.
Yeah, I had to start selling. They were like, "Oh, come on, man, we're going back to San Antonio. Come on." I was like, "All right, I'll say the display." But,
dude, that's cool though. That's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah, I like it. But that's because everything's in house. You know, because when you outsource, you don't have a profit margin.
Well, and see, I think a lot of bands are starting to do it. I call it DIY, right?
Yeah.
They're doing it themselves, right? Because I think it, in the long run, probably is cheaper to just buy the press or the screen printing stuff and
do
just
your
do
own
it
shit.
yourself.
Yeah, do your own shit. And I'll give you I'll give you a secret. For years, Outlaw Dave, I told him this on a radio interview I did with him some years back. I used to do location-specific merch. So if I go to Oklahoma, I had these stupid hats. They're just blank trucker. They say okay all day. 25 hats a night. Done.
Oh, that's kind of smart though, to make it for like if you're in Austin or.
Keep Austin Weird or AV8 real small or whatever. So yeah, if you can do some location, so if any local bands, if you're going on the road, do location specific merch. Like the ones in Arkansas was Hog Wild. They love freaking Hog.
Dude, I love that. That's really smart.
They sold like hotcakes. Well, why is everyone mad? Like this one. I just did this one. The usual AV8 is the full, but I started doing these, and it's like, do something and do a small AV8 somewhere on it. That way you promote your brand, but you give them something that they believe in already, because they don't know you. So why do they need to believe you?
There we go. I love that.
Yeah, it's weird.
I love that so much. And I think this is going to be a good pausing point. We're going to take a break for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that, Mister. Why did we have to cancel White Oak? Because you said you should have played there, but you had to cancel.
Yeah. So the first time was like 2017 at White Oak, and we had a contractual agreement. And after I fulfilled on my end, then the odds changed to where I was making basically $4 less than I would per ticket. And I was like, yeah, no, we're good. The second time, including weather, they wanted the said headliner, big band, to play inside to close out or however, but wanted me to open the show acoustically in the cold outside when it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, no.
You're like, I'm good.
No. So yeah, that's it. And BFE was a weird one because we had intentions on playing the show. I mean, we've been promoting it. This is my craft. This is my brand.
I actually went out to that show.
You
guys were there. I was like,
yeah. It's well, what ended up happening? Like I say, I won't drop names, but one of our members gracefully bowed out, and then was going to just come back just to fulfill the agreement to play that show. But the other members were like, no, hell no, if he left, he's done. Okay. We don't want to play with him. So I was like, okay, so what the hell do we do? We're running out of time. How about we go play acoustic? That's what I said. Every song you ever heard from AV8, I wrote it on the acoustic.
Right.
So I was like, let's play acoustic. Oh, no, we don't want to do acoustic. So what do we do? Well, I guess we're not going to play the show. Well, I'm not going to say shit. You know, what I should have done is taken my acoustic and just went up there by myself, but then where's the camaraderie there? Right. So I was like, okay, anybody call, any heat comes, handle it. I'm out. I'm not going to, because I don't cancel the shows. Like right now, I'm under the weather, but I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to tell you I'll be there and not show up. That's not me. I'm going to be there. This is my life. This is more than, like, I had a young man tell me when he departed the band, he parted 4 years ago. Oh, you acting like these are $1 million songs. Bro, they fucking are to me.
Right. Because
they're my thoughts and the experience came from me. And, I mean, shit, we've only put 8 singles out and 3 of them or 4 of them already hit radio. So it's like, what are we doing wrong here?
Which was interesting. I noticed this year that the Buzz didn't do their holiday thing, right? Where they usually play local artists.
Well, they didn't because their center and focus was around BuzzFest. Have you seen the lineup?
I have seen the lineup. I will donate a kidney to go to that show.
You know what? Well, so and look, and I will say this. I don't know where this is going to be aired, but Trey, Sonny, you know I'm going to fucking hit you up, bro, and I'm going to need to see POD from this ice age. I'm just saying, or the pit. But I really want to introduce my wife to the guys from POD. I follow them forever. They're more like mentors more than anything. You know, I think the biggest thing is every time I put a song out, before it even comes out to the public, I message Trey and Sonny from POD. And I even, Too Cold, jamming the new tune.
So would you say you definitely have like mentors in the scene that have like helped you and guided you?
Yeah.
Or like give you advice? Like, do you have those people that you can like ping things off of?
Yeah, well, everyone's so busy. I wouldn't call them per se mentors, but I adopted them as mentors. They're way bigger than me. They put out hits a lot longer than me. And the cool thing is, imagine, it's happened 5-6 times. Imagine growing up and listening to people on the radio and seeing them on videos. And now they're like right across the phone line telling you how to release this song, or hey, stay independent. Remember, stay independent. I mean, the number one thing was Sonny, Too Cold, stay independent, stay independent. He's been telling me for years. I'm trying to do a management deal. Oh my God, sorry. I'm about to send some money to my wife. Let me say this. But yeah, it's like sometimes you can have knowledge within you or around you. You don't even have to ask the questions. Just watch the move. Just like stock, like if you're into any kind of stock, you watch the whales, right? If you see some guy in Switzerland or California just dump a shitload of money into X amount of this, you might want to test the waters, because when you watch the big dogs, the whales, good things happen because they know something, you know?
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
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 I'm like, are you good?
Okay, I'm
Okay.
good. Yeah, I was sending out a little cash real quick. All right, let me lock my card. Cool. All right. But yeah, it's a weird world. You know, one thing I would like to see a lot of younger artists. I'm 40 years old now. I've done this for a long time. Believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. Quit throwing your hands up and quit.
Do you think people give up too easily, maybe?
Always. They always do. And I think it's because something within them, if you don't believe in the message that you're doing or the songs you're singing, why the hell should anyone else? You know? Straight up. You gotta believe in what you're doing. It's like, dude, this might not be top 40. You know the difference with a top 40 song or a regular local song? Two things. A pre-chorus, marketing. That's it. That's it. It's no different. Wow. But a lot of local guys, they don't have any pre-choruses. That's how you can tell they're local. No pre-chorus.
Do you think sometimes local bands oversaturate the local scene too, because they're like at the same places all the time, or like every weekend, or every other weekend?
You know what? I'm gonna catch a flamethrower for
I
this
might
one.
too, actually, for bringing
Nah,
that
you're
up.
good. You're good.
I do.
Hell yeah.
Actually.
You know what? I did it before. I used to do it when I was younger, but when I was started hanging in the rooms with people who were actually under big record deals, you start realizing, hold up, these guys are going on tour and only playing one city in a state or two once every other year. Exclusive. You starve out your fans. They don't see you in person. All they can see is what you put on social media. They follow the music for a year. They find out you're coming. They're going to take this
They're more
opportunity.
eager maybe to come see you, right?
Yeah, they're going to take the opportunity because they might not see it. You know, Art Elizakis, okay, from the band Everclear. I hadn't seen them in a long time. I think we played at Super Happy Funland, or we played somewhere years ago. So I was living in Arkansas where I'm getting ready to go, play the show in a couple weeks. And in Oklahoma, I saw Epiclear was playing. I was like, so I see him, and they played the show. They getting ready to get on the bus. I'm like, Art, what's up, man? How you been? He's like, dude, I know you from somewhere. They're getting older. I was like, yeah, too cool. Because he was about to say too cool. They always call me too cool. I don't know why. But anyways, we took a picture together. We talked for a little bit. And he was trying to sign he was like, you want me to sign your guitar? He's my tailor. I was like, hey, bro, I love Everclear. Much respect. Sign my strap, bro. You're not going to sign my $1,300 guitar. You know that? So
Absolutely not.
But just the fact that I hadn't seen them in so long, I had to drive, an hour to go see them because, they partied a lot like we did. How do you know that you're going to see this artist again? Hands down, Papa Roach is one band I've never played a show with.
Get in his DMs.
Yeah.
Get him ideas.
Oh my God. I mean, like,
make that happen.
One of my favorite bands, the reason why is because they've always slayed. And everyone's going to be a Siskel and Ebert. Oh my God, you still listen to Papa Roach? That was like high school. Bro, they're still putting out bangers and they never stop. And the music is always them, But people are always going to be opinionated. Someone messaged me the other night. I won't throw your name on the bus because I kind of like you, homie. But they're like, how do you come up with this stuff? You put out Farewell was a freaking excellent song, and Wreckage is a super good song, but it's acoustic, bro. Like, bro, it's my fucking band.
So let me ask you this: how does the process work? Do you have like words, and you're trying to come up with the sounds to match it, or do you all of a sudden, when you can't sleep, do you hear music and you try to match words?
Oh my God!
How does that work? Because I am totally convinced that the musician brain does not work like me, who is not a musician.
Well, it goes forward and backwards. Some nights you'll have a tune in your head and you'll just say, doo, doo, doo. I will voice it out, doo, 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 doo. And I will record that and then go to sleep. And I wake up, I already know what I want to do, and then my head's work. Sometimes I'll have a lyric in my head and have to put something with it. My wife, when we were just dating, she thought I was crazy. I would like literally wake up. What up, bro?
Okay, this will be a good place to stop.
I would, yeah, okay, cool. What up, my brother?
I feel like I'm in the dark room. This is fucking scary in here.
What's up, people? This is Ashley with Music After Dark HTX. So
Yeah!
good. Yeah, I say that all the time. If you notice, I now have a third here. We have three of us.
There's three of us.
There's three of us.
What's going on, guys? Chris Harding.
Everybody knows him. Everybody loves Chris.
I don't know about all that.
Everybody loves Chris. And I'm super excited because Chris is going to start being a part of this podcast when his schedule allows. So I'm super excited about that. No, you're a busy man.
So I'm looking forward to it. It's a new year, new ventures. So I figured I'd step in with you. You've been killing the music scene lately. Ever since Ashley's came with me and was doing the whole vending thing and everything, she's kind of blown up in the music scene. And that's basically what our community is about. Is once you even get a leg into it, you start meeting people. Our community is amazing. Everybody's very outgoing, very spontaneous, and I mean it's easy to jump in and out of our music scene if you're creative, and you are very creative. Not only you create badass merchandise, but you have a way with people that you can just flow and you talk. Whether it may be, fuck, Ashley's annoying, or Ashley's very, like, she knows what's going on, or she knows so-and-so, and I've always been the Houston, like, I consider myself as a bridge. People walk over you, they use you, they abuse you, or they're gonna walk over you and they help you and they greet you, and they love you with open arms. You go either way. So I've always been Houston's bridge, and I don't ever want anything or need anything from anybody. I just consider myself a bridge, and, like, not downgrading you, but that's what you use me as, a bridge. You met all these people, you came into Punk Star, you started selling candles, you hustled, you're always on time, you do work, you communicate with people, but you walked over the bridge and you made something beautiful with it. So I'm supporting that, and that's why I'm here with you today. So.
And I love that, and I really, okay, so I'm going to say this. I'm trying not to. So I was like a fan for a year in the music scene before I started my candle business, and then started the candle business, and Chris did let me vend like 1 or 2 times at Scout, and I fell in love with it and the scene, and that's what really did lead to this podcast, because I did all those shows and I was like, wait, I'm seeing and hearing really cool bands in like half empty venues, right? And venues are closing. Like, what the fuck is happening, right?
Yeah,
and I'm not a
scene has
musician, so I'm
taken
like,
a big toll in the last year or so.
what's happening?
It's only, just in my opinion, it's only so long you can run the same circuit. That's why guys got to get out of Texas. Got to. That's why
Especially being as a musician, yeah, of course.
Well, and I asked that earlier. Like, do you think sometimes, Chris, that we do see some of the same bands all the time at the same local venues, so people aren't going out as much to see them?
I've been at Scout for like the last 25 years. That's where I'm based and located, if you guys don't know me. But anyways, I've been there and I've seen bands come, I've seen bands go, I've seen nationals come, I've seen bands go, and I've seen singers. And like Shaun was saying, you just recently lost Billy, but you have somebody, I've seen so many people come and go. And that's just, that's a part of the Houston music scene. But as far as venues, yeah, if you're not, well, we've also taken a big, economy crash and then COVID and this and that. So it's kind of building up momentum again. But yeah, we lost a lot of great venues, but there's still a lot of great venues out there, and we need to get out there and support these musicians at these venues.
And stay for the whole show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is driving me nuts. Headliners, I don't think really are as important anymore, because I don't think people are staying to actually see them.
Me personally, I always think the headlining spot
Did
is
you say
like,
nobody wants that spot?
yeah, nobody
Okay,
wants that spot.
that
I
last
think
spot.
the headlining spot, if you're not actually the band that just, for say, AV8, it's their show, they booked it, they promoted it, of course they're going to be the headliner.
Yeah.
But that is like, that's the only way I would want that spot, being a band. But I'm not in a band, so I don't quite understand that. But I always like, when we do Punk Star, I always feel like the second to last band is the highlight of the band.
Yeah.
And that's the way that we usually run the segment in the show, is because we do ours on a Thursday. So basically everybody's trying to go home. They've either got jobs, they've got kids, they have other things they need to do. So 11 o'clock is the highlight spot, and after that I'm going home. That's mostly sometimes the way that, but that's why we try to end our show by midnight. You know what I mean? Because bands do have jobs. For some people, they just keep on rolling. So you know what it is? So it's a lot of work to book and promote these bands, and I never called myself a booker or promoter, but unfortunately I got stuck into it.
We just got to talk about that.
And I still
Yeah, we were literally just talking
and
about
I still don't do it, but I don't like to work with all these bands. You've got so many egos and so many hats and so many talented people. It's not just egos, it's just a lot of fucking work. And I don't know, man, but like I said, I've stuck it out this long, so. But I'm here to endorse you, so.
No, this is fun. No, y'all, I'm so excited that I feel like I had to like twist your arm and convince you to do this, and I'm so.
Well, you did.
I am. I'm so excited.
I have a lot of things going on in life,
know.
but I know I've been wanting to do something like this, and I was actually going to do it on my own. So you actually put a foot up my ass, and you bug me and bug me and bug me. So I put my stamp on it, and we're going to do HTX After Dark, Houston After Dark, or however you want to call it. So.
Yep, we have a Facebook page up already. It's going to be like kind of a one-stop shop for like promoting and fashion and shows and all things Houston.
Ashley, I mean, people that are listening, Ashley just wanted to do music, and I thought maybe if we did, Houston After Dark, that way we can elaborate on, like she just said, vending. She's a vendor. Fashion. We can sit down with a taco vendor down the street. If he thinks that he needs to be promoted, he needs to be heard. Why not elaborate on the full Houston community, not just the music scene? Because unfortunately, like what we just said, the music scene is dying because y'all need to occupy a venue. So,
Seriously.
but basically, no, that way we can support all of the Houston community, not just the music community. We need to branch out. We need to spread our wings and fly. It's 2025, so why not? Let's do it.
Why not? We're doing some things. And this podcast can now be found at 8 p.m. on the Houston Collective.
Nice.
I'm super excited about that.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm looking forward to that too. And,
What's the FM radio station?
90.1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I'll have the links in the bios and stuff for
Awesome.
that. I'm super
So like I said,
stoked about that.
we'll have some merchandise up soon. I've already been working on that. That's kind of behind the scenes. We'll have t-shirts. We'll have everything available. That way we can support each other, not only for sale, but to represent and support the community. That way when we do have bands in, we can throw them a shirt. They can support us. We can support them. If you don't support the Houston community, then you're not supporting it all. You can't just say that, oh, I'm coming to a show or I'm coming to this. You need to get out. You need to support. Buy a ticket. Buy a CD. Stop at a taco shop. Eat this.
Seriously.
And
Buy art from
buy
someone
art.
vending.
I mean,
Seriously,
anything and
wow.
everything.
Yeah.
Houston. I mean, support it. We live here. Why not do it? It's kind of like they say, don't buy from Japan. Well, I buy a lot of shit from Japan. So I support everybody. So, but support Houston local vendors, artists, musicians, food, anything that we can do. Houston, we have to support our home team, and this is our home team. So.
And our fashion, because Miss Sabrina is in
Yes,
the room.
Sabrina
Come on,
will be
Sabrina.
involved also.
Sabrina. Yay. She's gonna start dressing me soon. She just doesn't know yet.
But just big quick shout out since we are here, and this will be airing soon. January 18th, we will be at Kip Rose. We have a show there. Rowdy will be performing.
Yeah.
They're in the house, but they
They're
can't yell.
in the house.
Rowdy, can we get Rowdy? Hell yeah! Rowdy's behind the scenes. Also, we will be supporting and repping Miss Sabrina from Rogue Vogue. So she's going to be having a fashion show that night. Also, we have I think it's anywhere between 15 to 20 girls walking the runway. Could be some men up in there. But also, we're going to have vendors. I'm talking to a couple people that I know on the Punk Star, and the man himself, Be Someone, will be in the house. He will have a art mural going up, and he will be having merchandise that night too.
Hell yeah.
I think Ashley's going to be there with
I
the
will
candles.
be there. I will be there. I have
Sean's
some
going to be in the
other
house. He don't know it
vendors
yet, but he's going to come out and support.
actually,
and
I'll
he's
be-
just going to come out. No, he's going to be there. He's going to come out and support.
Yeah,
So,
I'll be
but,
there.
anyway, it's going to be a badass show. We're still looking for vendors, so if anybody wants to reach out to us, hit me or Sabrina up. And also, it's sponsored by High Velocity Smoke Shop, Monumental Tattoo, which is located right there in Kemah. So it's a new venue. They're supporting local music. It's not new. Well,
It's
new to us,
it's a
but
new
I mean,
venue
it's
for us. and
it's new for us.
it's a
Sabrina's
cool
done a show
fucking
there,
venue if
so
you've
I'm
never
looking
been
forward to
there,
being
too.
back. It's a beautiful venue. If you haven't been there, it's right off the boardwalk. It's called Kip Rose. The owner is amazing. He owns a couple venues right there on the boulevard, so it's going to be a full-time fucking affair. And it's also, we're celebrating my birthday party.
Yeah,
so
let's
I'm looking
do
forward
that.
to it.
Mhm.
And Sabrina did a very, very good job on putting everything together, so it's going to be fucking amazing. So I'm looking
Yes.
forward to it.
It's the only fucking place you should be. Just saying.
So, but thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm happy that you came.
I keep forgetting that this is edited. I think I'm alive.
Sat in all this traffic. I'm so happy you did come. Seriously, this is awesome. Thank you. I'm not gonna cry. We're gonna end this before I cry.
Alright.
Seriously, you have believed in me even when I did not believe in myself, and I love you so much. So,
And one last thing.
yes.
January 11th, House of Blues Houston. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
We're playing with our guys in Southern Cut, honey.
Honeycut.
Yeah.
I like them guys.
Yeah,
I've had them
they're
at
good.
Buck Star a couple
Yeah.
times. Very good guys. Mike's a good guy.
Yeah, welcome, guys. And then we're going back on the road.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With some new bandmates,
Yeah.
right?
Heck
Some
yeah.
new bandmates.
Bye, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So,
You
Yeah,
good?
it was-
Ashley, thank you for having me out.
Thank you
Ladies
for
and gentlemen, this is
coming.
HTX After Dark.
Yay!
Cool.
Awesome. You can